Hello world. This video it's the alchemy from shadow to a more reserved shadow to alchemy into gray wizard to what I'm calling white wizard. And this is for the masculine. This is a masculine, I would say sacred masculine channel for a lot of our evolution. You know, a lot of us masculine and people came from what I call a dark masculine seed that was delivered in the planet for thousands and thousands of years of tribes taking over other tribes, dominating, controlling, taking over. Literally a dark masculine, more driven from control and takeover and greed and need. And those were the masculine having children. So many of us on the planet, I would say the majority, have this in our DNA. And the memories and the thoughts and the creations and the wars and the battles. That's what we're carrying. This is what makes it challenging for the dark masculine. This is what makes the challenges of jealousy, of anger, of greed, of feeling like this tensity, this density. And it shows up in a lot of places. And a lot of us are going through a lot of inner battles. A lot of inner battles. And thank you all the brothers and the sisters. Thank you to the brothers in this video, going through that inner world journey to forgive, to refine our edges, to get softer, to be kinder, to meet people where they're at, not what we think they deserve, not coming from old ways of being and patterns from beyond this life. See, every cell in our body comes from our ancestors. So every ancestor that survived, we're carrying the bloodline. So we're carrying those memories, subconscious, and they activate and we don't even know they're happening. This is the subconscious. This is why things like Vipassana and medicine journeys are very valuable, because they can show us things and open parts of the minds for us to see what's going on a cellular level that we didn't know was there. Honoring the journey. Honoring the beauty way for us all. I'm gonna speak from my life. I noticed that when I was younger, my shadow used to run me. When I had that fight or flight, or I felt boxed in, or there was 2 or 3 guys around me, and I knew something was gonna happen, I just reacted. I was the first one to react. Win, survive, win, survive. I'm not happy about all the things that I did, and yet I survived. And I survived in the harshest cities in California, islands of Hawaii, dark corners, dark alleys. I'm here. And I'm not proud of a lot of the things that I did. I'm not proud of the ways that I guided my brothers, my blood brothers. The other day I was crying. I was so clear some of the things that I guided my little brother on, who had passed away. I wasn't the best role model always. And I was doing my best. In those moments, in those days, I was doing my best for what I thought was best for myself, the tribe, for him. Or I would have done something different, because I know I love him and I love myself. So I was doing the best I could. And what I'll say is recently, in the last year, especially, a lot of in the loss of my brother. In the loss is the opportunity. In the biggest loss, and we can find and be a thank you for the opportunity. You know, in the loss of my brother, I saw so much clearly. I saw where I was showing up and not showing up. And what I had seen was, in this dark masculine, or our shadow, let's just speak from all of our shadow, there's a reaction that a shadow has that we've given permission to protect and defend and just react. And when I was under fear or whatever, it would just react, rah, dark. And it was Dog from Game of Thrones. Big knight, didn't talk, big weapon, spear, joust, shield, and just react and just eliminate and just stop, threat, rah. And this was showing up in my life as if I was being threatened. It showed up with friends, it showed up in conversations where I felt attacked. It would show up in relationships, and little by little dismantling it, breaking it down. But yet it would just react sometimes without control, without thought. It's like, sheesh, I just reacted again. I don't want to be that. And now what I see is it takes a visual full transformation of honoring our shadow, of loving our shadow. It's a part of us. We created it to protect us. We can't dismantle and kill off what we are. So we evolve it and alchemize it. And so now my shadow is a gray wizard. And he's embodied from my throat chakra down to my solar plex, making a triangle and embodying this energy. And so now when things happen, and instead of reacting in a shadow, aggressive way, the gray wizard has a feather, a staff in one hand and a gray and a feather. And is alchemizing and responding with softness, responding in love. Someone could be yelling and screaming and responding. See, what it used to be, I'd be in a relationship with a beautiful woman, and she starts screaming and yelling and like, I don't know what's going on. She's upset about something, or something made her angry at work, or I don't know. Sometimes women just have bursts, believe it or not. And I would just want to stop it. But yet, why say anything? Women already know that they're having an emotional burst that they don't have control over. Saying anything about it doesn't help. The gray wizard can just send love and just like pet the energy, calm it. Don't need to say anything, don't need to do anything. In other areas of life, someone has a reaction, someone gets angry, someone says, screw you, I don't want to talk to you. The shadow would react and they'll need to do something about it. The gray wizard can just tickle them with a feather. Tickle them with a feather and send a magic spell if you're loved. You love yourself. You'll come home soon. So this is really an invitation for us to alchemize and reinvent our shadows and embody, so that when there's a reaction time, there's something we're confused of, there's something going on, that our shadow is a new way of being, energetically walking a new walk. Shadow reaction, shadow protector, but stepping back. Now gray wizard, activating gray wizard. And when I'm fully in a non-reactive state in all relations, friends, family, business, love life, and I can be with a woman and she can scream and yell and let all the dragons out, howl fire, and just breathe with it. Is there anything else you'd like to share? Anything else there? And have no reaction. That at that point, white wizard's ready to evolve. Invitation, explore your shadow, alchemize, recreate. You created it. Now you have the power to recreate and alchemize it. And that's how and who shadow will be. Ahoy, I win. Amen.